This is back in the day.
That Acosta ignored and then charges just 2 counts. Those are 60 counts. You don't have 60 counts just of
How do you ignore 60 counts of this behavior?
You have 60 counts of money laundering and transactions. We want to see all of that. And that will get to the questions that you've been asking.
So that the other side of the story also is Alexander Acosta is out there, you know? Like, he is out there. Is there any demand to maybe pull him in front of Congress? Is that something that you guys can entertain? Because, like, he was the labor secretary at the time.
Yeah, he came before the Oversight Committee, but it's just not. You know, I don't think we can believe him. I mean,
so because there is the famous secondhand there was some reporting in the media at the time that when he was labor secretary and he resigned. Because of the Epstein stuff, there was this question where he was like, "Oh, well, at the time, someone led me to believe that he was actually intelligent, someone from higher up." Because there was also a subsequent federal investigation that was taking place, and there were a lot of co-conspirators that actually were sheltered from.
Where's the photo taken at? How's the photo evidence?
Seemingly was
it's not evidence, but deleting it is
sweetheart plea bargain that
don't you think?
Like, there's no
that's crazy.
There's no instance where there's this virtual RICO
like that's crazy to delete it.
Where you find so many people who are criminally liable potentially for financial crimes and potentially for sex crimes as well, trafficking of minors, where all of the other people that were engaging in these acts are not only given blanket protection, blanket immunity, but we don't even know who they are as unindicted co-conspirators at all. Like it's unimaginable. It's unheard of.
It's off the books.
No, you're absolutely right. I'm seeing some of the questions. It's a great thing. You get instantaneous feedback. One, why is there no enforcement mechanism? There is.
He's reading the chat.
Obstruction of justice.
Oh my God!
This is one of the big misconceptions out there. Anyone who doesn't violate. Who violates a congressional law by definition is obstructing justice, where Congress has asked for it for justice purposes and can be face decades in prison for that. So the question is not is there an enforcement mechanism? It's are we going to actually have it enforced? And if it's not going to be enforced by this administration, it needs to be enforced by the next one. The second point is that Acosta should be prosecuted if he's if there's clear evidence of perjury. I mean you can't come in and lie to Congress.
Well, now he has a cushy job at Newsmax, because I've been following his career. It's very interesting, going from Florida prosecutor, upstart, to like labor secretary under Donald Trump, to then resigning in disgrace, or at least like trying to quietly exit the Trump administration when the Epstein stuff was coming back to the forefront. Only to now sit on the board, I believe, of Newsmax. That's what he's doing.
That's convenient for him.
There's got to be an accountability of what did he know.
It's very
convenient.
Reason
it's so hard to prosecute all these individuals and hold them accountable is we don't have the files. So there's got to be the evidence of what came out, and then we can say, okay, now we know that someone was lying or not lying.
Absolutely. So there is also, the question of Kash Patel. Didn't Patel say that there were no other individuals that could be charged in front of Congress?
He did say that.
There is also.
How does he know that? I mean, the survivors don't believe that. Do they think that all 1,200 survivors were raped and abused by Epstein? Of course not. There were other people involved,
and they themselves, according to Thomas Massey,
and that's perjury
to the lawyers
because he can't lie
of
there.
Survivors say that there is at least 20 to 25
people
that are supposed to be in the first tranche of data that came out, that was supposed to come out yesterday, were supposed to be outed.
That was the whole point of the release, and not a single person. We don't have any single information about someone who was engaged in the abuse or cover up of the abuse beyond Maxwell and Epstein, and that's why this thing is a farce, and that's why Massey and I are upping the ante, saying we will use all our powers.
That's
whether
right.
It's inherent contempt,
Old Testament,
whether it is impeachment,
yes,
whether
everything.
It's referral for prosecution.
See, this is what I've wanted.
The reality is
should do this with everything.
Massey and I have been effective
on
this issue because we have cracked the MAGA coalition, because it's bipartisan, because we're taking on a corrupt system.
The only person who cracked it was Trump.
This is a corrupt system that has led to billionaires accumulating value. We need to have a billionaire tax in this country, a wealth tax. It's led to overseas wars.